Hello. Welcome back to our channel. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, it's hard not to get caught up in the frenzy of price fluctuations. One day, your portfolio might be worth thousands of dollars, and the next, it could be cut in half. But here's the thing, even 95% dips in crypto don't matter nearly as much as you might think. Before we start, we want to make it clear that the information provided in this video is not intended as financial advice. I am just an avatar. My controllers and myself are not licensed financial advisors. We want to emphasize that this is simply our interpretation of the data and should not be taken as a guarantee or prediction of future performance. The information provided in this video should not be considered a substitute for professional financial advice. By watching this video, you acknowledge and agree that you are solely responsible for any investment decisions you make. With that said, let's get started with the video. Say you invest $1,000 in a promising cryptocurrency product, like for example, Richard Hart's Hex.com product. Over the course of 2 to 3 years, the project goes up by a staggering 10,000 times, bringing your investment up to a value of $10 million. But then, disaster strikes. The price of the coin drops by 95%, wiping out a huge chunk of your gains. At first glance, this might seem like a total disaster. But let's look at the math. If your investment went up 10,000 times in 3 years, that means that even with a 95% dip, your investment is still worth a whopping 526 times what you put in. In other words, you're still sitting on a massive profit of over $500,000. Now don't get us wrong. A 95% dip is certainly not something to be taken lightly. It can be a major setback for any investor. But the key here is to keep your eye on the long-term gains. In the case of a project like Hex, or many other popular cryptos, the gains are so massive that even a major dip like this only cancels out a small portion of what you've likely earned, assuming you've owned the tokens for a few years. And if you're patient enough to weather the storms, chances are good that you'll see your investment bounce back in a big way. So next time you see your crypto portfolio take a hit, remember, 95% dips may look scary, but they're just small bumps in the road when talking about crypto projects with massive potential for growth. Here's a pro tip. These two charts shown are of the same project over the same time period. The difference is that the chart on the bottom has the log button turned on. The log button, also known as the logarithmic scale, is an option that can be used when viewing cryptocurrency charts. It's designed to provide a more accurate and realistic representation of a crypto's performance over time. In the traditional linear chart shown on top, the distance between price points is equal, meaning that each unit of measurement is the same. This can be problematic when trying to analyze the performance of a cryptocurrency that has experienced massive price fluctuations over time. It can make the chart look distorted, with little detail for lower prices and excessive detail for higher prices. The logarithmic scale adjusts the distance between price points to account for percentage changes, not dollar value changes. This means that each unit of measurement represents a percentage change in price, rather than a fixed dollar amount. For example, a 50% price increase would show up as the same distance on the chart, whether the price was $1 or $1,000. By using a logarithmic scale, you can get a better idea of a crypto's overall performance and trends, without getting bogged down by the noise of minor fluctuations. It can also make it easier to spot long-term trends, such as whether a crypto is in a bullish or bearish market. Overall, using the log button when looking at cryptocurrency charts can be a valuable tool for any investor looking to gain a better understanding of a crypto's performance over time. In conclusion, when it comes to investing in crypto, it's important not to get caught up in short-term price fluctuations. While it can be tempting to panic when your portfolio takes a hit, it's important to remember that dips of 85 to 95% happen quite frequently, and can often be just a blip on the radar when you're invested in a strong project with massive potential for growth. As we saw in our example with Richard Hart's Hex, even a massive dip like this can still leave you with significant gains, especially when viewed through a logarithmic lens. By adjusting for percentage changes in price, rather than dollar value changes, the logarithmic scale provides a more accurate and realistic representation of a crypto's performance over time. So when you're analyzing cryptocurrency charts, don't be afraid to use the log button to get a better understanding of the bigger picture. Well, that's all for now, folks. Until next time, I'll be twiddling my fake thumbs in the cloud. Oh, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you found this information helpful. Ciao.